Okay, Gur. Our mission begins now. Let us rain some doom down upon the filthy heads of our doomed enemies.
I gotta sing the doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
That's right, it's Doom time. Hey, what's up guys, NullRage here, taking a look at the newest hero being added to Marvel Heroes, none other than Dr. Doom himself. We've waited a long time, or I know I have. I've been really excited about this character. I'm sure a few of you have been as well, and I can't wait to hop in and have a look. Before we get started though, let me tell you, I'm going in rather blind. I actually haven't seen too many of these skills. I haven't taken a look at all of them yet, so I'm going to be learning right along with you, so bear with me. And this is all done on Test Center, so things will likely change as the week progresses up until his release, shooting for June 4th with the anniversary, and there's a whole bunch more coming in this patch. It's going to be massive. So let's get in and have a look. First things first, let's have a look at his synergy. Dr. Doom's synergy at level 25 is going to give you plus 5% signature power damage. That's awesome. And level 50, another 5% signature power damage. Again, this is Test Center, and that is pretty massive. That is huge for damage output for a lot of characters. So we'll see if that sticks around. 10% signature power damage? Oh, yes. It's going to be amazing. All right. He's got 3 trees here. He's got Tech, Sorcery, and Latveria, and it looks like we see right off the bat we've got 3 purple skills. He's got a signature in each tree. That's pretty cool, and it doesn't look like they are exclusive cooldowns that I've seen. And then he's got this weird skill over here, which is a passive with 3 different options that you can turn on. And then it looks like each of the final skills in his tree are tied to a different option. Doom's Brilliance right here will let you foot dive, and Doom's Cunning let you Triumphant Torment, and Doom's Army will let you Latveria Air Defense. Alright, with that known, let's go ahead and have a look at his tech tree. The first skill in the tree is the Gauntlet. Physical damage and restores power on hit. Pretty basic. It is basic attack after all. There you go. Also, one thing to note is the default costume for Doom is going to be the one you're looking at right now. It is the white Future Foundation costume, I believe, and I think his alt costume will be his Doom Classic. Again, not confirmed, but that's just my theory. Doom Burst here, energy damage, and some attack speed. There you go. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's using up this power bar here. And then we've got magic over here. Alright, so he's got a interesting spirit setup, it looks like. He's got power and magic. 2 different forms of whatever. It looks like tech powers are going to use power, and sorcery powers are going to use magic. Let me just throw something on here just to confirm that. That's not what I want. That doesn't do anything. Let's try Pierce the Veil. How about that? Yeah. Alright, so tech powers will use power, and magic power, or sorcery powers, will use magic. So there we go. You can see that right there. 2 different resources to manage. And you can use, I think you can use these to, like if I switch to Doom's Brilliance, here, do it. Got to be out of combat to switch it. Alright, there we go. When I switch to Doom's Brilliance, everything becomes power. So you're going to be wanting to use tech powers here. When I switch to Doom's Cunning, everything becomes magic, and you're going to be focused mostly on sorcery. And when I switch to Doom's Army, looks like everything goes to a split. And that's going to focus mostly on the Latveria powers. Alright, so let's get in and continue our look at the tech tree here. The next skill in his tech tree is, we did Doom Burst, Assured Destruction. Just for this, I'm going to go ahead and turn on Doom's Brilliance. And since we're going to be using this throughout the entirety of his tree, let's go ahead and have a look at this power to begin with. The Will of Doom is going to give you some damage ratings, some critical ratings, some brutal strike ratings, some summon damage or summon ally damage, and it gives you a revive mechanic with a 10-minute cooldown. It's also got a buff effect that you can pop whenever you want for invulnerability for 1.5 seconds with a 20-second cooldown. Here's the scaling on that. Looks pretty nice. All around huge damage increase with a optional invulnerability. That's a very nice skill. So probably a maxed out passive there. And then you can sort of change the way it works by choosing one of these three options here. Doom's Brilliance specialization will increase your tech powers by 25% and allow Beneath Doom's Boot, aka Foot Dive, and give you 200 maximum power. So is that, yeah, okay, I'm at 512 and then I go to 712, gotcha. And then restore 7.5% of your maximum magic per second, so you get, nice, that's really nice. Technical Tyrant cooldown reduced by 15 seconds, and I guess we'll figure out what this one, there's his sig, okay. And the bonus damage effect is amplified, cool. And Doom's Burst causes enemies to take additional damage from tech powers, so it adds a vulnerability to that. That's pretty cool. And then it disables all offensive sorcery powers, so all of these are disabled. Now, if we use Doom's Cunning, it's going to give us 25% sorcery-based damage, and allow Triumph and Torment to be activated. That's this skill right here. And then restore some magic per second, and Magical Master cooldown. So same thing, pretty much just for the sorcery tree, it looks like. Mystical Master. And then also Eldritch Reckoning applies additional damage over time and disables all tech power, so you can't use any of these. Where's Eldritch Reckoning? No, there it is, there it is. This will have an extra dot on it. Looks like that mental damage over time there. And it already applies vulnerability. Alright, and then if we use Doom's Army, we'll get summoned ally damage. We'll use the Latverian tree mostly. Allows Latvian air defense to be activated. That's this one right there. Latvian Blockade, Latvian Inferno, Latvian War Drums, and no longer share a cooldown. Alright, so these all share a cooldown normally. Which one is it? This one? Alright, these three all share a cooldown normally, but if you have Doom's Army on, then you can use them separately. That's pretty cool. Legion of Doom bots last until they are defeated. Nice. Lord of Latveria cooldown reduced by 15 seconds, and the power summons 3 Doom drones in addition to servo soldiers. Okay, so it just buffs his sig a whole lot. Nice. And then Technical Tyrant and Mythical Master cannot be activated. That's these three. No, it's... okay, so it disables his other 2 signatures. Gotcha. If you have one of these 2 on, then you can still use his other signatures. Yeah, if you're using Doom's Brilliance, then you can use this one very well, but you can still use Mythical Master and Lord of Latveria. But if you use Doom's Army, then you give up the power in both of these skills. Alright, so now we know how these passives work. Let's go ahead and finish our look at the tech tree. Sorry, this is a very back and forth sort of look at these powers. I apologize for that. It might be a bit confusing, but this is my first look at the powers too, so... Alright, that's pretty cool. Assured Destruction, I like that. Physical damage per missile, and crit damage increases for this skill. Be a very nice, just sort of, very similar to Scarlet Witch I've been playing a lot. She's got a Chaotic Hex that sends out bolts that home in on enemies, and she summons multiples of them at a time, and he just fires one with each cast. But still, very cool attack. Alright, now we've got Doom Blast, energy damage, and restore power on hit. Looks like it's a basic. There we go. So if you want to do ranged, you've got an option to do that for a basic attack. Looks like it's got a very nice range there. Attack this guy from way out here. That's cool. Now we've got from here to Latveria. It's going to be his flight movement power. Oh, that is cool. Very powerful looking. It's flying in. I like that. Very Doom. Very Doom. Alright. Next we've got Ingenious Defense. Passive effect. Damage negated 15%. Defense max. It looks like your typical defense passive. It also has the crowd control effect on it. If you need more health, more regen, more all that stuff, then you'll put points in there. That'd probably just be 1 point for me. With most of my builds, I usually go max offense and worry about defense if I really need it, but generally that comes from, you know, getting my gear up. Alright, next we've got, what is this? Crumble Fools? Physical damage and the Gauntlet and Doom Blast restore additional power on hit. Alright, that's different. This is Doom Blast. There we go. And the Gauntlet. Oh, okay. So for a duration after using, this is what I think. I don't see it listed there. That, you know, for a certain duration, but this is what I suspect. Maybe it's just if you put a point into it. Maybe it applies a duration buff. I don't know. But either way, this skill will somehow cause these two abilities to generate extra power. So you use this, and then you hit with your basic. He's having problems getting to the right enemy. Alright, so after you use that, you'll generate extra power with these skills, the two basics. That's pretty cool. Now I've got Technical Tyrant, and I've used this once so far and seen that the animation is not quite done. The effects are in, but the animation, he goes into T-pose. It's a little bit weird. But this is really cool. This is Technical Tyrant. You may remember it as finger lasers. You can see what I mean about the animation. It's a little weird, but because he goes into T-pose, it's not quite done yet. This is Test Center. They will get it done. But that's really cool. You just start, you know, firing out lasers from his hands, I'm guessing. And you can spin it in a circle, or you can just hit the same two targets, which are off to the side, the left and the right. Let me just see what it looks like without spinning. There we go. See, so if you only want to hit these two, then you can hit those very easily, or you can just spin in a circle, which is probably what I'll do. Use it mostly for like an AoE type thing, or maybe just single target. I mean, it's his SIG. It'll be his fastest way to kill a boss if it follows suit with other SIGs, right? Alright, next we've got Beneath Doom's Boot, aka Foot Dive! Haha! Oh, yes, that is awesome. That is awesome. It's got an 8-second cooldown on it, and you can only use it if you have Doom's Brilliance selected. So you will not be able to use this unless you are doing a tech build. That's very cool. I'm excited to see that skill. Everybody has been wanting Foot Dive. Alright, so we're moving on to the sorcery tree. Let's go ahead and switch to Doom's Cunning. Right, Impending Doom is a teleport power. I don't know if I've used it yet in this video, but it is very cool. Nope, that skill. There we go. Alright, we got most everything here on the bar. Impending Doom, restore some power per second, and for 4 seconds. Okay, 6.8 power per second for 4 seconds. It looks like the amount of power you get goes back with points put into the skill, so that's pretty cool. You can get some nice power increase there. And you can see it's very quick. Very quick. I like it. I love the responsiveness of the camera when using this skill. A lot of other teleporters, you know, the camera just kind of slowly catches up with you. This one is just like zip, zip, zip. It's nice. There is a very low cooldown on this, 0.5 second cooldown, so it's not quite on the level of Cable, Deadpool, Nightcrawler, or any of those really quick teleporters. It's more on the level of Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch, which, their teleport powers are fine. Alright, Pierce the Veil is going to deal some mental damage and deals 10% reduced damage per enemy hit beyond the first. So anything standing behind your target is going to take less damage. And let's just have a look at that. There we go. Ah, I see. Nice. I think I used this a second ago. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it sends out this little pierce to take out enemies in a line. Then we've got Unthinkable. Looks like a mental damage dot, can maintain up to 3 areas at a time. It's got a duration of 8 seconds. There we go. Oh, now that is cool. Oh, if only these moved. If these would just like move around the room, or sort of, or even better, not just move randomly, but like chase enemies. Oh, that would be amazing. So that is pretty much the power cosmic right there. You've seen it fighting different bosses. They always summon these power cosmic orbs, and that's basically what this is, except they don't move around. They are stationary. Still really cool, though. Still really cool. Conjured Barrage. Wow, the mental damage is really low on this. I imagine the attack speed is just ridiculous. Let's have a look. It's going to restore some... It's a basic attack, so it's going to restore some on hit. Oh my god, yeah. So that's why the damage is low. It is a basic attack, and it attacks really, really fast. That's very cool. You can layer this, and then get some pierces in, and then go back to your basic. Very cool. Now we've got Orb of Doom. It's going to deal some mental damage and arc lightning damage. Now that is still going to be mental damage. It's just going to be an effect of the arc lightning. I imagine this is going to be very similar to... actually, I think Rogue already has this power. Yeah, Rogue can already use this when she steals it from Doom. It is a very slow-moving orb. I like that. I like the slow speed of it, because it means more arc lightning damage. The effects are great. Excellent skill. Alright, then we've got Eldritch Reckoning. Mental damage, and remember this is a skill that's getting buffed by Doom's Cunning, so it has that extra mental damage dot. It applies some vulnerability and restores magic damage when you deal mental damage to affected targets in the area. That's really cool. So we use this. Oh, nice. So it applies that dot, and then if we hit them with this arc lightning, look at that! My power's like barely moving because I'm restoring so much of it. Well, it's moving, but it's bouncing back up with a little bit of spirit on hit or something, or just, plain energy stat so that you can reduce the costs. Then you will have a very effective character here. Probably stay at maxed out spirit pretty easily. And if you throw this down, and you got even more, there we go. Oh, that is very cool. Ranged Doom is going to be very fun to play. That's probably going to be the first thing that I look to, I think. I don't know. Physical Doom with tech could be pretty cool. Next we've got Mystical Master. Mental damage over time. Recover 100% of your maximum magic. Does this one do the same? Yeah, this one did the same. I just wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even go over the tooltip for Technical Tyrant, did I? Energy damage and recover 100% of your maximum power. Active duration of 2 seconds, and tech power base damage increase for 8 seconds. And this one's going to do something very similar for sorcery, which is going to do mental damage twice per second, recover your maximum magic. It's got an active duration of 2 seconds, and gives you 50% base damage for 8 seconds on your sorcery powers. It looks like sorcery powers get buffed quite a bit more than your physical powers do. I wonder if they're just normally less damage, or maybe that's it's inconsistent. Oh, duh. If I turn that on, there we go. Okay. It's because of Doom's Cunning. Doom's Cunning causes the bonus damage effect to be amplified. Yep. Pay attention, NullRage. Pay attention. Alright. Let's go ahead and have a look here at Mystical Master. Okay, so it's a frontal cone kind of thing. That's really cool. This one is out to your sides, sends out missiles or finger lasers or something like that. And then Mystical Master is going to be a frontal cone AoE. We're going to use it one more time here. One more time. Wait, what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright. Next we've got Triumph and Torment. Mental damage twice per second, maximum channel time of 5 seconds, ongoing magic cost. Ooh, this could be really cool. Sort of a single target cooldown type ability. Has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Yeah, let's take that guy out right there. That one in particular. Boom! Ho ho ho! Oh, dude, you can move it around. And it looks like, okay, yeah, it is. Heads up, guys, this one is suffering from the wiggle effect. If I move it back and forth, you can easily see that the damage, every time it comes in contact with something, instead of, it's a thing. Wiggle effect, tell the devs so they can get it fixed. They'll know what you're talking about. Alright, so that is doing a little bit more damage than it's intended to do, is the basic idea there. But that will be a little bit lower on the damage side. Still really cool power, very nice width of beam there, and very, very nice animation. I like that a lot. Alright, next we've got Latveria. Now, all of these were said to share a cooldown when you're not using Doom's army. So let's just go ahead and turn off this stuff and look at Latverian. Look at all this. Latverian Blockade, Latverian War Drums, and Latverian Inferno. Let's just throw out a Blockade. It's got a 10-second cooldown by default, and how long does he last? Summon duration 10 seconds, shared cooldown. Okay, so he only hangs out for about 10 seconds. But if you spec into Doom's army, which we'll have to do, have to wait until he gets out of combat. In the meantime, let's go over Legion of Doombots. It's got a passive effect to restore 1% of your maximum power and magic per second. This effect is disabled while the power is on cooldown. Okay. Summon 3 Doombots, and summon duration is 30 seconds. Cooldown is also 30 seconds. Range, the Doombots, there you can see their stats. They do a little bit of energy damage, and they also have a melee attack. If they're the Doombots I'm thinking about, I guess they're different Doombots. Yeah, they're different Doombots. They're not the little ones that fly around in the air. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and spec into Doom's army while we're looking at the Latverian tree. Alright. Doesn't this apply something? Yeah, it, oh, no, that's the wrong one. This will cause us to Latverian Blockade, Latverian Inferno, and Latverian War Drums no longer share a cooldown. So those 3 skills that we were looking at, they won't share a cooldown. And Legion of Doombots will last until they're defeated. So if you have Doom's army on, you'll summon your Doombots will stay out permanently. All right, let's go ahead and summon them out. Oh, these guys are cool. These guys are really cool, and they just kind of hang out. Yeah, as long as you have Doom's army on. And if you don't, they only last for 30 seconds. There you can see it changed. With Doom's army, it changes the summon duration to infinite. That's pretty cool. Then we've got the Latverian Blockade, which is going to give you a passive effect, but the passive effect is disabled when the power's on cooldown. And it will summon 1 Latverian Shield Bot, summon duration of 10 seconds, cooldown of 10 seconds as well. There we go, saw him. And because these skills no longer share a cooldown, we've got the War Drums too. He does an AoE ground pound thing. And then we've got the Latverian Inferno, who is a Cinderbot Or, even better, has a flamethrower. That's cool. So he's like a frontal cone AoE guy. That's very nice. And then we've got Worthless Cretin. Physical damage, this power always deals a critical hit. Really? Really? Always? That's pretty crazy. Alright, foes... For foes not worthy of Doom's powers, Doom will use this basest of weapons to dispatch them. So he just shoots them with a gun. Damage is 200% if magic and power are above 90%. Boom. He just shoots them with a gun, doesn't he? There, let me zoom in a bit and catch that animation. Yeah, he just pulls out a gun and shoots them. You're not even worth the time. Alright, that's pretty hilarious. Are these guys gonna follow me? Can I, like, pull them out of combat so we can get rid of them for a minute? I think we'll have to unspec out of Doom's army for these guys to go away. Just kind of hang out, because I want to get them out of here so they're not interrupting the look at other powers. They're very cool, though. Very cool. And I think if you want to do a Summoner Doom, you are perfectly capable of doing so with these powers right here. And Doom's army. Alright. Doombots. Get desummoned. They're not going away. So this may be a little bit of a bug. If you spec into Doom's army and then spec out of it, it looks like the Doombots stay anyway. So that is one thing to hopefully get fixed. But if I resummon them, they will be 30-second Doombots, and since we've summoned them with a 30 seconds, let's go ahead and spec back into Doom's army and see if they go away. They should go away here in about 30 seconds. There's the cooldown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deleted. Okay, good. So now we've got Lord of Latveria, which is going to summon 6 Latverian servo soldiers and 3 Doom drones. Those are the ones I was thinking of when I first saw Doom bots, as the Doom drones. Let's have a look at those. It looks like their icon is not here yet. It is Test Center, so and you can see their stats there. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Dude, Doom is gonna have just a lot of dudes, man. Looks like they kind of... You want to make sure that you summon them where you need them, because if you summon them too far away, they won't run with you. They don't follow you. They just sort of take on in a location. You can see those two guys were just kind of hanging out there and didn't engage in combat. But in most situations, that won't really be an issue, as enemies will sort of chase you, and then your allies will chase them. It's not going to be an issue. Latvian Defense, physical damage, and damage is increased by 41%. This bonus is equal to 50% of your bonus damage to summoned allies. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. 50% of your summoned ally damage will increase the damage of Latvian Air Defense. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. So the animation is a little bit slow there. It looks like the targeting laser is put in, and then a missile comes down to that targeting laser. But the animation... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. That worked. The first time it was just a little bit slow, but that worked perfectly. That's pretty awesome. I like that Latvian Air Defense. Alright, well, that's all of his regular skills. Let's go ahead and spec out of this and look at his ultimate, Doomsday. It is important for a ruler to display their power as a beacon unto this people. Doombots shall carry Doom's throne and launch a barrage of tactical missiles and magical lightning to quash all those who would challenge Doom's leadership. Doom needn't lift a finger. Oh man, this is going to be cool. It's got an active duration of 15 seconds. You are invulnerable for the duration of this power. It's got a cooldown of 10 minutes like all ultimates do. You can see the Latverian airstrike damage. I've been reading a little bit in social that this power is hard to control or something, so we're just gonna try it out and see how it works. But it looks like you can see some airstrike damage there, some missile damage, and magic lightning doing a dot type thing. All right, let's have a look. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Oh, that is cool! I'm gonna get stuck on the wall though. So the Doombot's just kind of... And I can sort of control this. Oh, that is so cool! There's fireworks going off and everything. It's like, I'm the leader of Latveria. Carry me to victory. That's very interesting. I don't really know how great the damage is. Especially with the difficulty of controlling it, but it's definitely a very flashy power. Very, very fitting for the character, too. The ruler of Latveria, the arrogant person that Doom is. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Alright, and that was Doom. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite skills were, and maybe what kind of builds you're doing or planning to do. Are you going to go physical foot diver? Are you going to go a magic magician guy? Or are you going to go king of Latveria? It looks like 3 very solid builds, and then you might be able to even mix and match things here and there. Very cool character so far. I'm excited. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.